A new season, WOR, back again, and we have an even stronger grid. Bahrain, round 1. Let's get into it. I've done a lot of practice. I've practiced for the last 2 to 3 days because I'm struggling around here big time. It's not a good track for me, but we're going to give it our best shot. Let's get to qualifying and let's see what happens. This is going to be the last race on the Thrustmaster TSPC Racer. Yep, you hear correctly, my final race, and I've had this wheel for I think like 3 or 4 years now, so this really is the end of an era, and hopefully it goes well and we go out on a high. Now, not just that, this is a brand new season, as you heard in the intro, of World Online Racing. WR League Race on PC. We are once again in Tier 2, and this is the final season, Season 3 on F1 23, and we're looking to go out on a high and hopefully end strong. So, as you can see, we are amongst a whole bunch of new drivers, a lot of drivers promoted from PlayStation who are very quick. A few familiar faces this season. I'm teaming with Leroy Brown in the Mercedes-Benz, and we're going to see if we can have a good year. Here is the calendar. You can see we have a few decent tracks, to be fair. I'm looking forward to some of these. A few unknowns as well. Baku's going to be interesting. Also, I think Miami could be interesting in terms of how that develops. Either way, a short calendar, 10 races. We're going to get straight to it and start with qualifying here in Bahrain. So let's get into it and let's get our first timed lap underway. Right, let's get to it. Tire spreader a little on the colder side. That's okay. Let's get to work. Let's do this. I've done a lap in about 25 minutes, so first one might be a bit scruffy. So yeah, here we go then. Underway for our very first qualifying lap of the season. The pace in practice looked pretty decent, so now we're going to see if we can convert in the real thing. Oh, there it is. Overdrift. Bit of a mistake into turn 1, also slight overcorrection there on the exit of... Okay, I'm slipping away, come on. Don't want this. Of turn 11, as Nando Moreira goes P1 for now. Making our way through 13 and now down to the final corner. If I can at least get this into the 27s. That's going to be the target as Labella sets a 127.2. Very strong. No, it's not going to be a 27. Nowhere near it. Conservative final corner, so not a lot of speed carried. That means... Oh, okay, 20-0. Last though. Last, as expected.
I mean, you were doing what, 0.6 bankers, Tom? So
no, my bankers are usually pretty shit, but I'm able to find like a fair bit of time each run. My PBs are a 4, so which is basically second place right now. But obviously everyone's going to find time. So now 128.0 to beat is pretty conservative as a benchmark. Currently last place. I will admit the pace is looking very strong. Usually round 1 everyone sweats extra to impress, and there's a lot of guys who are racing here for the first time, promoted, who want to do well, as we have a bit of a moment through turn 2. Oh, that was almost okay. Exit let me down. Otherwise, it would have been really good. We corrected our mistake from the first run, and we're already 2 tenths up. So this is going to get us hopefully on a decent improvement. We lose a little bit of time through turn 4. We do pull some of it back on the exit though, as we now head through 5, 6, 7, and now down to turn 8 into the hairpin. A little bit deep on the brakes, so we lose a bit of time, and we're not quite able to pull it back on exit. So not ideal. Turn 9, which feeds into turn 10. Try to get a late apex and get the drive and the exit here. We actually lose a bit more time. So besides turn 1, we've lost time pretty much since then everywhere else. So we're only up by 1.6 tenths through turn 11. Didn't quite get the apex, but we do get a decent exit, so we find time through 12 up the hill all the way into 13 on the brakes, trying to get the exit here, which we do achieve, and we find it not very good. Where's my pace gone? A little bit more time, but as you can hear me say, it's still not good. My pace was looking a lot better than this in practice, so making our way. What a shit that. Pace has disappeared. Out the final corner, up to the line, and it's a 27.7, just a 10th and a half to P10. Round 1's usually a sweaty one because everyone's trying hard, but like, wow, this is rough.
I mean, it doesn't help that round 1's Bahrain. This is probably one of the most overused tracks under the game.
It's depressing. Like if I go a 10th and a half quicker, I only gain 2 places, 1 place. To be fair, there's so many people in the mid 4s, man. That's fucking crazy. Like I could realistically get P6,
Yeah,
a 4.55 if I hook it up, but like.
You got like 7 people on a 0.4.
That's nuts. So we have it all to do. My PB is, I think, like a 4, a low 4. So there should be time to find track evolution and also running very, very marginal fuel on this final attempt. Okay, let's lock in. Let's try and get a decent lap on the board. So let's go for it. DRS open as we run down towards turn 1. We know turn 1 was good. The time is in turn 2, turn 3 on the exit. So on the anchors, down to 3rd gear. Didn't quite get all the apex. On the exit, slight hesitation on the throttle. Oh, not great. Let's just keep on going off. Didn't gain that much. You can see there was time to be found though. We left about 600ths on the exit of turn 2, turn 3. We find a chunk of time through turn 4, and that is a bit more like it as we are now up by half a tenth. Bit of a snap though through turn 7, which does cost us time. We make up for that lost time at turn 8 from the last lap, and we're up once again on the delta, so we find another half a tenth or so through turn 10. Oh my god, there's so much potential there. I just can't put the lap together. God. And again, we're just making too many small errors. We find a bit more time through 11, but we're still down by 700ths. Making our way towards 13, trying to get the exit right, and we're pretty much matching. Shit. And yeah, at this point, I'm not happy with it. There's not going to be a ton of time gained. And now making our way through the final corner, we find even more time, but we invalidate, which puts an end to the lap. And yeah, a disappointing end to qualifying for us. Oh, rough session, man. This is what I was working with just now. 27.472, 27.472, the session before that. But this one, I did a 4.72 and my final set was 800ths off, which would have been a high 3. I went a bit quicker in the first here. So again, like there's even a 2. You know, that was a horrific session. Look, 5.12, 5.23. Anything would have been better than that. That was it's really frustrating. I mean, those were some of my practice times, which were way better than that. And also, you know, just looking at, you know, that final lap in isolation, there were so many moments where I went up by half a tenth, then lost half a tenth, went up again by half a tenth. You know, just lost it in so many points. Either way, looking at the final results, I really think, you know, it's a close grid. You know, P18 to P8 is quite marginal. Especially the P11 to P18 is very close. I do believe P11 was easily possible, though. There's a gap there between Leroy and Lefted, Connor, my former teammate from last season. And I think 11th was very much achievable, but we just could not get the lap together cleanly. So, yeah, we're going to be on the back foot. 19th, last row, and pretty much nothing to lose in the race. So let's go for it. Let's end it. I trust the race pace will be stronger. So let's get into it and hopefully recover these places in the season opener. Where's my headset? It's taking a break because I can't really wear it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Better start.
Have you got like sound going through like your TV or something?
No, I've got just regular earphones.
Oh, okay.
Quite a few soft tire runners.
Yeah.
Not up there.
Oh god. Easy fellas, it's only the first race. Currently underway then for the start of the race, and we're just trying to stay alive here as everyone being super aggressive on the opening part. As you can see, making our way up towards turn number 4, we're going to switch to the inside of Jörne Dovzan as the Ferrari goes. Oh, we'll take that. So Sprogis with the spin as we go up the inside. Dovzan though on the medium holds on and fights back as we try to compete on the hard tyre down the inside of the turn 8. We're going to try and get in front here, but Jörne, I'll let him go. He's on mediums. It's not my battle to fight. We need to try and get some hard runners to overtake them, so we'll use Jörne to try and get them. Let's lock in. Oh my god, that was a big check up there. That could have been a wing on already. Easy, fellas. Steady Eddie. So after all that, we're still 19th, which is where we started. Yone for the move on the inside of Kuba. Wozniak there into 13. We're going to try and follow through as Kuba is on the hard tire, so this would be a good position to gain for us, but you can see we get boxed in, which just isn't ideal, into the final corner. Yone does go through, and now we're going to try and tuck in, and we're going to see if we can challenge, but it's going to be tricky to get a lot of moves done at this stage. Heavy fuel tank on the hards. We go down the inside though. Can we get on the brakes? Not quite, and actually Kuba goes from defense to attack and goes back through on Yone. We try to also follow, but we get run out of road. That was a little bit rude. That was a little bit unnecessary. So for now, we're going to have to sit behind and just be a bit patient. So far, the entire pack is in one long train. Yone a bit wide at the final corner, which gives us an opportunity. Right, come on, Yone. Chop, chop. Get it together, mate.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Now we're gonna, stick with the plan. Yone's on mediums. He should be stronger at this point. We're gonna lose DRS because of these two, but it just seems like Kuba on the hards wants to really battle hard, and Yone also as well. They just want to basically lose time. Oh my god, guys! And yeah, lap 3 for P17. This is not what you want in terms of racecraft. This is just very, very costly. We go through again on Yone. We try to go through on Kuba there, but no way through. But this is really suboptimal for the racecraft, and we want to try and stay in DRS, which Kuba has now lost. Don't lose DRS, please. Oh, he's going to lose it. So at this point, luckily, everyone's checking up on the brakes and losing a bit of time. I'm going to, be aggressive, waste no time. Again, new season, new approach, straight at it, DRS, using a lot of the battery, and we get Kuba, so we clear both him and Yone in the lap up to 17th, and we're now going to keep burning to try and stay within DRS, which is absolutely critical here, and you do not want to be dropped. So you can see here, I'm trying to make sure I nail these next few corners, also use the battery just to be safe, and you can see we're back within DRS, which is critical to stay in the race, and also let things simmer away nice and slowly over the laps. I'm just trying to save battery. It's not going to be easy, but I think we're going to be right now. We're not under too much pressure from behind. Leroy, you okay?
No, just keep looking.
I'm on 56 by the way. I just dropped down from 57. If you're on that, 56 okay. I'd say drop down. My wings are okay. We're not too low. We're okay. Or too high. I'd rather be on the lower side. Like I said, that's working better for me in these races towards the end of last season, second half of the season. That's how I got my best results. Now you can hear me speak to Leroy in the background as Joel goes for the move. Ain't going out well, Chief. Leroy just struggling for pace a bit after his qualifying. Connor as well dropping down the order a bit. And you can see Joel sideways into one after that failed overtake attempt. And we're going to try and go through onto the marble. So not a lot of grip, but down the inside we go into turn 4, side by side. I leave him racing room on the curb, but sometimes, I'm going to put on the curb, mate, it can be a bit inconsistent in terms of finding traction, which is why I did it. So we go through and make up another position up into 16th place with our third overtake of the race. And now we're behind Bogdan, and then ahead of him, my teammate Leroy Brown in the other Mercedes. So things are looking decent right now. Oh shit. Big lag spike for the Red Bull. That's an issue. Now, at this stage, it's about preparing the pit window. We're all still in a train. We're entering the first phase. Oh, rip. As more chaos happens in turn 1, Mark Schluter and the Red Bull involved, as I don't think we're close enough to be able to capitalize. I'm trying to save battery, but the pace at the minute is actually quite strong, so we're not really charging on the ERS as Schluter settles in 15th. I feel pretty comfortable. As long as I've got DRS on someone ahead of me, I'm happy to stick with it. Now at this point, Joel Marquardt actually caught me a bit unawares and got a good run, so I tried to defend. I almost T-boned Schluter, had to get right out of it and lose position. Got so much marbles there. Fair play. So yeah, GG's to Joel. He done a good move there and caught me napping. We'll see it for a bit. It's no big deal. We're all in a train, so I don't need to panic or try and battle too hard. It's a shame, like, these guys retire, because obviously, to the naked eye, I'm in last place and it looks really shit, but I worked hard to get past those guys. Quite an early stop. Soft tyres, fair enough.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
And pretty much at this point, cars were just starting to pit. Those who started on softs were getting out of the way, and we was gaining positions. We're going to see what happens here and decide what the best option is for our strategy in terms of the mediums. What are you thinking of, Pin?
Quite late, I think. Probably 17. If you want to go early, you can.
So there's the call. Leroy is happy to stay out, so we're going to go early and go for an aggressive undercut, something I don't usually do in these races.
There's a break in the train behind Bogdan.
What's happened?
Black box pit.
Yeah, a load of people pit.
Yeah, I'm in as well, because the train was going to break. So actually, this might work out quite well for us. There was a few breaks because of the pit stop starting to happen, and that original DRS train has kind of, opened up a little bit. So mediums, we're going to have to take a bit of pain on these later on in the race, as we're going to be doing more laps of mediums than hards. But either way, let's go for it. Right.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Race critical. Got to stick with these guys. We can both get in there. And as you can hear, we're going to try and, both of us get Laminin. So we're going to follow Marquardt through. And we're going to see what sort of pace Joel has. He's a pretty quick driver. So I just want to see, obviously, fairly new to me. I know he's a quick driver now because we're 6 races in. So I'm kind of catching up with these episodes on the Real Life calendar in terms of what we've done. We're currently at the halfway stage. But yeah, Joel's a quick driver. So we're going to just watch him and see what he does. Either way, we're comfortable, and we're also saving a decent bit of battery, which is good to have in the reserve. But now we've got to try and catch up to Bogdan in the Williams, which is absolutely critical. Why? Why are you going for this? Fucking hell, just... Why? Just stay in DRS. Now, I feel like these things only ever happen to me where people try to take the piss, go for moves on me, or try to defend extra hard. Either way, we managed to fend off Thomas, and we're going to also pass Joel into 15th. We've got cars leaving the pit, so the reason I did it was to basically get a slingshot and get extra straight line speed to try and get in DRS, which, we didn't get right here, but I'm going to use battery to stay close, and you can see now we have it. Oh, well, look at that. Guess I'm not so shit after all. So, pace, not looking too bad. We go purple, albeit using a big chunk of battery, but we're now back in this battle, and this lead group train is actually starting to reform, so this is really encouraging. But now, just as I say that, these two are battling. Not now, guys, we're just back in the train. So literally, just like Yone and Kuba in the first stint, now Julian Klaffenbach and Sammy Kemsey are just wanting to battle and lose a ton of time. All these new guys are going to get pens from PlayStation. And there's already quite a few 3-second time penalties because, these guys are very fast, especially in qualifying, but they lack PC race pace consistency. Let's find out over in the points. Not quite. So currently P12, but if you take a few of the penalties ahead, I believe right now we're running P10. So yeah, things are looking decent. We've got ourselves in this fight. The undercut has worked. So yeah. I'm going to lose DRS here. Now that is the only issue. My tyres are quite old, and at this point I'm entering the first phase, whereas some of these other people are not. So we're on a slower pace. Well, we're into the points. If we finish within range of these penalty guys. But that is ultimately what we're looking for. P11, Klaffenbach with a pen. So right now, we're nailed on for a P10. Oh, I did lose DRS. Right. Well, we've dropped Laminin out of DRS, so I hope the McLaren's got a bit of energy to burn. Because I'm out. But losing DRS was a really big moment. I think there's even more cars with pens ahead. So, we just have to try and stay close. There's a few laps to go. The train is relatively intact. Once everybody around us enters the first phase with me, things will level out, which is what we want. He's got nothing. I think he's out. Now, I'm saying there, he's got nothing. I thought Joel had a bit more battery and more pace, but he was very marginal. And he only just passed me, which is a bit of a concern because we may not get back in the train now if we're both low on charge. Luckily, the pace ahead, again, they kept on battling, so we actually did rejoin. Joel also eventually did get the burners on and use the battery, but now Kai on softs. Oh shit. What's going on, man? New graphics card. I shouldn't be having this happen. I had a bit of a screen freeze, and some of these soft runners are now coming through. I fixed the screen freeze issue after this race. I realised what it was something to do with my hard drive, so that was fixed. It's okay. It's okay. We're entering the first phase now, so it's normal, but things will level out later on. And you can see Joel's got 3 seconds, you know, Claffenbach's got 3 as well. I just can't see the corner. I cannot see anything with the fastest lap thing. Just fucking my shit up so bad. Can't see. He's gonna dive into 13, I know he is.
But he's got all the softs than me, so he should have as much of a grip advantage.
So, again, more soft runners going through. Connor, my former teammate, is on the freshest of the bunch. But everyone should be in the first phase. Everyone's got penalties as well.
Why? That's such a stupid move.
You were about too long corner, I think.
But yeah, I made a mistake.
Go.
Someone spins out, Tom. You've got points.
Well, there's so many pens ahead, mate. I've just got to stay in the train. That's all I want. I just want to get back in the train. It's part of why I went aggressive, to undercut so many people.
Oh, yeah, Leo's one.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Safety
car.
Caution,
My
the safety
God.
car's out. Keep an eye on the
Yes
downwind
and
to
no.
keep it positive
I
to
mean,
cause
everyone's
penalty.
going to pit.
There's people saying no. I love it.
So it's gonna be like a 1 lap safety.
It'll be, yeah, it'll come in on lap. It'll come in at the end of the lap. It will come in at the end of this lap.
Julian and Joel
Good longest.
did not pit, sorry.
They've got pens anyway, so
1.8 second stop.
let's go. We love those. Luke.
Yes.
So, can I get a rundown on how many penalised drivers I have ahead of me now? I'm 14th.
So you've got the 3 ahead of you have got
Right, let's pick up the pace a touch,
Warnings
please. We need to close
or
to within
whatever
10 car lengths of the car ahead.
penalties, and then the top 2
You're right.
stayed out,
Yeah.
and they've got
Okay.
penalties as
So
well.
P9's on the cards then. Happy days.
Yes.
It's in our hands. So many penalties. But if the 2 behind me pass, it could be game over.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Oh shit. Why brake there, bruv? Oh, big brake check.
Return the position immediately or we're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car period.
I'm just going to try and firm it.
Okay, clear.
I don't believe it. This race was looking so good, and it's all gone to crap. I'm going to try and firm it. Yeah, I'm going to try and firm it. It's only 2 laps. We can make this work. Fuck's sake. And it's just unraveling. I made a big mistake there, rejoining. I was out of control. I shoved Laminin, so apologies. Apologies to Thomas there. Came on a bit aggressive. That's on me completely. I just completely lost the reference. I'm still here, mate. I'm still here. Fucking hell. I underestimated the understeer with the wing damage and also just the marbles and the gravel. But yeah, I'm just going to try and stay out and see if I can finish close enough to points. I mean, there's a lot of penalties, but yeah, right now it's not looking great. It's annoying how the potential for a great result, you know, was right there. Fresh softs, could have made a late push with all those penalties, you know, and really had to go with it. Some cars staying out unused. We're not going to get within this 3 seconds, unfortunately. But too much battling, we've got too much damage, and we're just bleeding too much time. And I don't think we're going to finish in the points. There's more contact there between Laminin and Bogdan. Too far. Ah, what a shame.
Tom,
Wait.
nice last call.
Yeah, I know. Where'd you finish earlier on track?
P4.
Wow.
He was P11 at the restart. He was P11 at the restart.
Anyway,
Fucking
was you recording
terrorism.
your
Yeah,
restart?
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, these are the final results. There were a few post-race penalties, but it was enough to get back into the top 10. So annoying. Leroy, my teammate, finished P4 on track, and he was, you know, pretty much in front of us on the restart. You know, if you watch it back, you can see there was some real dirty driving, and it could have worked out. It really could have. It could have been some big points in the opener, but instead, it's a big fat 0. Race pace was good. Very happy. Strategy was good. We got some good overtakes in the first stint, and you know, we got the undercut, got ourselves in the race. Didn't get a time pen, but just unfortunate. You know, the restart, I was too close to the car ahead. There was a slight brake check, got damage, and that was all she wrote. So, final race on the Thrustmaster. No standings because, of course, we got no points. I'll pull the standings up some way mid-season because that's when I have the latest updated ones. So we'll update midway through. Either way, guys, like and subscribe for the season opener. And more videos soon, guys, as we have a lot of episodes to get through. Stay tuned. It's a fun season. It's going to be worth the watch, trust me. But yeah, as always, a big shout out to the channel members for watching all the content. Check out the 2 videos on screen and my channel sponsors down below. And yeah, guys, cheers for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, and I'll see you in round 2 in Jeddah.